Okay, this is a little bit different than usual. This is a very cheaply made car this time. I don't actually know the brand, but I found this at a thrift store, and since I like RX-7s, I couldn't help but get it. I figured I'd do a little comparison a bit with a Hot Wheels RX-7, but first let's take a look at this. So I don't know when this was made or by what brand, but it's obviously second generation RX-7. And these cars used to find a lot of cheap kind of knockoff cars at like dollar stores and stuff. I would assume that's probably where this had been originally bought from. Underneath there's nothing, but it does have this little kind of suspension almost when you put it down. Well, that one's pretty stiff. Usually we have a little bounce to it. But yeah, this is interesting. So this may have came out before Hot Wheels actually did this generation of RX-7. You can see very cheap wheels. You could probably paint the taillights in at least, but I'm not. I'm just going to leave it alone. There's the front. It has a hood scoop. And I think that comes on certain performance RX-7s. I'm not for sure. It does have an interior. Not much of a wheel that I can see though. Let me try and zoom in. There is some sort of a wheel there. Some seats. One thing I find interesting, if you look at older cheap cars like this, they tend to have interiors, but these days you don't really see that. You usually just have blacked out windows. Now this is the interesting part, is this rear window. I'm not sure what happened here. As far as I know, the RX-7 has never had a window like that. It seems to end like part way through. Kind of looks cool almost. No wing back there. So if you see, this is Hot Wheels RX-7. Same generation. You can see this is how the window is supposed to look, I'm pretty sure. So that's an interesting little discrepancy between these two. I think Hot Wheels did a pretty good job with this one. I think I have almost every color, at least of the basics of this car. Painted in back details and front. I'm gonna put them on this thing. Try and see if I can spot any other differences. So again, I think Hot Wheels is getting better at putting rearview mirrors on their cars. The cheap RX-7 does not have them. You see, it looks like the grille is part of the plastic base. And they both have the hood scoop. Oh yeah, there's a bit of a difference in the height of the cabin area, like how high the roof is. Interestingly, they seem to have made the bumper black, so like it's part of the base. So that's interesting. Is that I'm not sure if they would have had it like that in the US or not. They might have. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a Japanese Jaguar or RX-7. And this one I would probably be US because it has the left-hand drive. And they both have non-cutout sunroofs. And that was very interesting. And notice a lot of times before Hot Wheels puts something out, you can find like these cheap versions of it, like the first gen RX-7. And there's another cheap one of a wide body version that I found at a flea market, and then like a couple years later Hot Wheels made their own, and it's very similar. Let me test the rolling. Not great. Tries to though. Might just because of how old it is.